Hello and welcome to the SimHanger. My name's Mark and welcome also to the Departure Lounge. And today I'm going to take you on a tour of my 10 favorite Payware airports. When Microsoft Flight Simulator first launched, there's no question in my mind that it raised the bar, it raised the standard in terms of default scenery and airports, as airports are an integral part of the scenery landscape. And following the launch of the Sim, there's been a literal explosion in terms of both payware and freeware available. And some of that freeware is of exceptionally good quality. And all that, combined with world updates from Microsoft, means that our purchasing decisions are far more difficult and complex than what they used to be before. For each of us, our purchasing decisions are likely to be influenced by a variety of different factors, be that locality, budget, a special interest such as flight training, for example, IFR, VFR. That means that my choice and your choice are likely to be different, but that's okay. I thought I'd just take this opportunity to share my current top 10, because it does change from time to time, and some of the reasons why I chose those airports. What am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for something that's realistic and believable, yet provides a high level of immersion. And very often for me, it's the little details that really make the big difference. I'll leave all the relevant links in the notes below. But for now, let's get started. Nestled in a canyon in the state of Utah in the States is a small airport, Bryce Canyon. Available from Orbx, and it will cost something just under £9 or $12. The airport oozes rustic charm, and its timber-built hangar is still the one from the 1930s. For such a small airport, it's got quite a long runway, making it ideal for both VFR and IFR flights, and it's beautifully blended in to the surrounding countryside. On the south coast of England is a small airport, Lydd Airport, more commonly known as London Ashford. It's from the developer Burning Blue Designs and will cost you just under £11 or $15. This airport is situated in a very scenic part of the UK, and this airport is alive. Multiple hangars are Coast Guard Centre. The scenery goes beyond the airport and you can see the remnants of the World War I radar stations. The White Cliffs of Dover are just a short hop away. We're just offshore downtown Chicago, and Z Design Studios has brought back to life Merrill C. Meigs Airport in exquisite detail, costing about £9 or $12 for the Pro version, and there's also a free version. No details have been missed, including the marina behind the airport, arguably the home of flight simulation, and wonderful approaches from either end of the runway, and long enough to comfortably accommodate a business jet and my DC-6. Across the other side of the world in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, is Las Americas International. It's from a small developer, Bravo Airspace. Cost is just under €18, so just over £15 or $21. This airport oozes authenticity, and the attention to detail is quite stunning. The airport looks a little tired and grubby, but that just enhances the immersion. This is a large airport and must have been a huge undertaking for a small developer. There is a small hit on frame rates using this scenery. Coming in at number 6 is High Wycombe or Booker Airport. Situated not far from London, it's available via Orbx Direct or also directly from the developer, which is PilotPlus. This is a small GA airport with both grass and hard surfaces. PilotPlus have created an airport that's unbeatable for authenticity, accuracy, and my immersion when I'm at this airfield, well, it's complete. At around £11 or $15, it's total value for money. We're now off to Austria, to Zell am See. This airport is from Gaia Simulations and marketed via Orbx, and the cost is just under £12 or $16, and we're just a short hop down the valley to Innsbruck, and an ideal staging post for a flight around the Alps, or perhaps to Vienna. This is one of Orbx's better ports into the sim, full of life and activity in a beautiful part of the world, and of course some interesting approaches to the runways. Farnborough Airport is located close to London, the home of British aviation and the home for most of the larger air shows in this part of the world. It's from developer Burning Blue Designs, and their attention to detail over this massive airport is amazing. Cost is £17 or around the 20 US mark. This is a realistic rendition with hundreds of 3D custom objects, and attention has also been paid to the surrounds as well. Each time I fly here I find something new. My third choice is Ottawa International in Canada, or MacDonald Cartier to give it its correct name. The same high level of detail has been afforded across the airport. It's from a small developer, Roman Design, and will cost something in the region of $18 US or 13 or 14 pounds. Not only is this a busy airport with all the associated clutter you would expect to find, but it also features various hangars with automatically opening and closing doors. I purchased my copy directly from the InSim marketplace. This airport has character, is bustling with activity, and the night lighting is excellent. We're back to the UK, and this time on the east coast, not far from the mouth of the Thames. It's Echo Golf Mike Charlie Southend Airport, and once again it's from PilotPlus. Cost is about £14 or 18 or 19 US, and as well as amazing attention to detail and dynamic rain on the transparent glass of the tower, what the developer has been able to do here is somewhat unique in creating a real atmosphere. When you land and taxi in, well, this airport just feels real. The area surrounding the airport has also been accurately and extensively modelled, right down to posters on the wall at the train station. Being from the UK, I'm sure is an influence, but I probably land and take off from here more than any other airport. In my number one position is another PilotPlus airport. It's Bristol International, based in the southwest of the UK. I purchased my copy from Orbx, although you can also purchase it direct from the developer. Cost is just over £14. That's about 19 or 20 US or just over 16 euros. And what cracking value for money this airport is. Let's take a quick look. This is a large airport, and no matter where you go, the attention to detail is there. In typical PilotPlus fashion, the 3D modelling is excellent and varied, and the main aprons and standing areas have been finely textured, with some of the ground markings brand new and some showing a bit of wear and tear. Turn any corner at this airport and you're stunned by the amount of detail and realism that's been put in here. And the 3D static aircraft, well, they just seem better modelled. There's more detail to them. There's a penalty in terms of frames per second for all this minute detail, but PilotPlus are obviously using some clever optimizations because the hit is not significant, or it wasn't for me. The inside of the main terminal is modelled, and looking at the shelves in those stores, well, Brexit is obviously having an impact. What is impressive is the shadow cast from the windows on the marble floor. And you do find some people here and there. It's obviously still a lockdown situation. Of special note at this airport is the way the glass has been modelled, and it's tinted as well. And in addition to being tinted, it is of course reflective, and you can see through it as well. I'm not sure I've seen this combination before. Very impressive and very realistic. I have personally flown out of Bristol on a number of occasions, mainly to Europe. But of course, as a passenger, there's so much detail you don't get to see, so every time I turn a corner here, I'm learning something new. A trademark of PilotPlus, of course, is the towers, and this one's no exception. It's been greatly modelled. Both the windows on the tower and those on the terminal feature dynamic rain, so the raindrops are visible on the outside. PilotPlus were one of the first with this effect, and I first saw it at Wycombe Air Park. The GA side of the airport's on the far side, as is the fire station and fire training area. And more detail can be found there. Bristol Airport is known for two things: the frequency of fog, and thus the name Foggy Bottom, and also the undulating runway, which has been faithfully recreated here, as you can see. When you're landing runway 09, well, it's all downhill from there. It's a nice long runway though, so you can get just about anything down here. If you're looking for accuracy, realism and immersion, then Bristol's for you. A lot of attention has also been paid to the night lighting, and something that has impressed me before with PilotPlus. This is dusk and the night lighting is beautifully modelled in my opinion. And I was glad to see no random floating lights. The night lighting in a darker setting is equally as good. I believe the night lighting at an airport is a very important feature and adds to the realism, particularly on approach and taxi in. Chuck in a bit of weather and it can get really entertaining. Talking of the weather, let's have a look at what it looks like with a little bit of snow around. This is just a light sprinkling of snow. Let's change that and just put a heavier dose of snow on. Taxiways and runways being kept clear, but not totally. There's a smattering of snow here and there. And the airport looks great in inclement weather. And I really like the way that Microsoft have done the water drops in the puddles. Very, very realistic. If you fly in this part of the world, well, Bristol gets 5 stars from me. Of course, my airport scenery library is not limited just to Payware. In fact, I probably have more freeware than Payware on my system at the moment for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And some of it is better quality than some of the Payware that's out in the market at the moment. So it's always worth a look. Macmel Fisheries and Quantum River are 2 of my favorites, for example, and help feed my need for bush flying. The reason PilotPlus have 3 airports in my top 10 is simply due to their quality and attention to detail. But more than that, they are very innovative, and I'm always interested and keen to see what they'll come up with next. Right now, as things stand today, they are at the cutting edge of scenery design in my opinion. Just a note before anybody asks, no, I'm not sponsored or asked to do this sort of promotion for PilotPlus. I was offered a review copy of this airport, but I turned it down and purchased it directly myself from the Orbx site. Being a content creator, of course, I do get offered airports from time to time. But if I do decide to go ahead and do a review, well, then I buy the software anyway, be that review good or bad. Well, if you made it through this far, well done. Thank you very much for watching. Look after yourself, stay well. I'll catch you on the next one, and bye for now.